Last night I asked for your scorching hot, actually hot, JoJo's Bizarre Adventures hot takes on YouTube on this post. Now, whenever I make a post, usually I'm either polling something or I'm asking what type of video I want, so make sure you keep up with the post. But this morning I was met with about 34 comments, all dropping different hot takes. So why don't we go through a few of them today? I'll give my reaction on it, and if y'all enjoy the video, just like it up. Okay, well, first we have the part 6 anime was good, but had strange animated scenes that are like low budget, and it's because of Netflix schedule was tight for the animators. Now, I do believe that somewhat. I believe when I was watching part 6, it was definitely a different feeling than watching the other feelings, and I love part 6. Some scenes felt a little bit low quality, some of the animation felt a little bit choppy, and it kind of felt like at least the first batch was rushed out a little bit so that they could have something to come out so soon. Because again, I remember from JoJo Day to Stone Ocean coming out, that was 4-ish months, I'm pretty sure. Wait, no. The trailer was 4-ish months. That was 7 months in between the announcement. But I will say this, like, by the time the last batch came, the animation was so beautiful. I love the entire last batch, how it's animated. I love like the little scenes that they did add extra throughout the series, like with Poochie crushing ants while talking about something very important, like things like that. Okay, up next we have, if we're being honest, I have a few. Kira's final battle design is the one I think is the best. Now, before I read the other two, I will say this really quickly. I do completely agree. I love Kira's final battle design. That man looks so fucking cold. The second one is, while I wish they'd release quicker, I like the way English volumes are collected as hardcovers. And the last one is, Google Dolls deserved a better ability. Now, the second one, I think y'all could tell, I definitely agree. Now, with Google Dolls, I definitely do feel like they could have gotten a better ability, but it makes sense why they didn't. You have to remember, she was the first really stand fight we see within JoJo's Bizarre, part 6. You look back at part 5, his first fight was against some random low-level gangster. Part 4, Josuke's first encounter where he actually used his stand. I'm not going to count the thugs who tried to bully him. I'll count Jotaro. And before that, we had Abdal versus Jotaro. So like, usually the first stand fight is made so it'll be like common little weak enemy, or it's just a sparring match to do whatever it is, or so they could showcase the strength. Because Josuke and Jotaro's first stand battle was literally just a showcase of strength between Star Platinum and Crazy Diamond. You know what I mean? Okay, up next we have Hear Me Out, part 5 shouldn't have happened. Yeah, I don't really have much to say on that. Just, yeah. But I do think that's somewhat acknowledged in part 5 because, you know, the whole fate thing is such a really big hammer home. Araki made sure that everyone got it. Fate is the key. Okay, up next we have Hot Take. Part 3 is the second worst part, and the only reason it ain't the worst is because of the beginning and the ending, but everything in between could have been practically filler, and the stand of the week fights were terrible. Now, I was giving my thoughts. Even though, me personally, I have part 3 on the lower ranking when I rank, like, JoJo part 3 is definitely closer to the bottom than it is to the top, but I don't feel like everything in between felt like filler. There was definitely still a lot of good moments. Like, I really do like Polnareff's development. I like Iggy's development. I do feel like we could have gotten more leading up to them actually going to Dio's castle. And by more, I mean fights that meant more. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot of stand fights we got in part 3 that I just felt like, whatever. It was really, we got a lot of whatever fights, you know, and that was a trend that continued somewhat through part 4, but I feel like with part 4, Araki made them a lot more enjoyable because these guys, they aren't traveling to go fight this mythical demon. These guys, they're trying to find a serial killer in their town, and their side missions, they're just running into other stand users within the town. But I do feel like there is somewhat of a drop-off when after you get past the beginning of part 3, like once they actually start going through the trying to find Dio. The first fight we get is the Great Fly. I didn't care about Great Fly, or I don't even remember what that first stand was. It was something to that effect though. And then the second, it was like second or third, we got the orangutan and Dark Blue Moon. I didn't care. I literally didn't care. But the ending was fantastic. The beginning was fantastic, and I feel like some parts in the middle made up for how bad some other parts were. Okay, down here, Lisa is a boring character. I fucked with Lisa, man. I'm not gonna lie, I thought she was pretty funny. And I liked her backstory. You know, and for a part like part 2, which doesn't have that much, there isn't that many chapters or time that they worked with. So what we were given with her, I didn't hate that. I don't think she was boring. And finally, to end this video off, because I know it'll get y'all talking in the comments, someone said Jorge Joestar is peak fiction. Now, I made a video on Jorge Joestar. I still have not read Jorge Joestar. So of course, it will be all on y'all to tell me y'all opinions on how y'all feel about that light novel. I've heard a lot of different ones. I'm very interested to hear some more. Because either everyone says it's peak fiction or it's the worst thing to ever touch their hands. Or they just say it's mid, which is kind of the general consensus opinion I hear the most times. Oh yeah, it's just mid. But that's really all I got for y'all today. Hope y'all enjoyed the video, and we're on the road to 5K. So anything helps. Like, comment, subscribe. And if this video gets 1,000 views, you know what? We'll make a part 2. Or if I feel like it, I don't know.